This is how we ride. This is how we do.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, apparently I'm a dumbass. It looks like the Droop rule did not save super late model racing. Jonathan Davenport, Tim McCready, the typical cream rose to the top, and the left rears were not 4 or 5 feet in the air. So, on the other side of the coin, we do have something that could save sprint car racing. This thing right here, my Droopa, is about to cause a big shakeup in the sprint car industry. So big difference between sprint cars and late models for those who are tuning in. If you want the stars of the late model industry to show up at your track and race in your show, you just do what XR Super Series did with the late models. You pay $40,000 to win and $2,500 to start a 2-day show worth $250,000 in purse money. You just pay big money and you get the stars. You get the Davenports, you get the Chris Madden's, hell of a drive by him. You get the Tim McCready. You just got to pay to get the guys to show up. In the sprint car racing industry, years prior and this year, if you want the stars of the sport, you want the Donnie Schatz, the Brad Sweets, the Sheldons to come to your track and race and bring in all the fans and the viewership on whatever streaming services at the track, you have to sign a World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series event to your track, because those drivers, those stars, are contracted to the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series, and they cannot race other races outside of the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series unless they are given permission. The High Limit Sprint Car Series has come along with the helpings of Kyle Larson and Brad Sweet and a bunch of other people who are standing behind this series, and that's why I love to see the corporatism involved, to see who's on what side. And they have come in and said, hey, we want to pay big money. We want to give these sprint, we're seeing what the late model guys, look at these big numbers they're making to win and to start. We want to pay big money too. That's why I say the sprint car industry is about to change, because of this beautiful blue and yellow thing called the High Limit Sprint Car Series. And ladies and gentlemen, they are throwing down another race, the Buckeye Brawl, presented by the High Limit Series and Hodenschild 17 Racing. Ladies and gentlemen, Hodenschild Racing. What is $32,000 to win, ladies and gentlemen? Let's look at the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series 2022 schedule that they have competed in today. Recap: here's your first Volusia race, $10,000 to win. Let's see the last one. What's the final night worth? Let's see here. Final night, $10,000. So all 3 nights in Florida were $10,000 to win. Can we find something that's more than 10? I think the Texas Outlaw Nationals was 20. I hope. Won by Brent Marks. Funny, $20,000 to win. But what's very interesting here is that $20,000 drops to $6,000 to win for second. My God. Oh, wow. $1,000 to start. All that way down to Texas for $6,000 for second and $1,000. Lake Ozark, the Jason Johnson Classic. This has to be more than 10, doesn't it? This has to be somewhere up there. Nope. Oh, 15. We found a 15er here, ladies and gentlemen. And it's $1,200 to start. Oh, my God. On down the schedule, we're trying to find something. We're all the way in May. We've already traveled from Florida to California. All this crap. We've only found the 15 and the 20,000 and the 25,000 to win show. Hold on, we're going to the Morgan Cup at Mechanicsburg. They're paying the bills now. Let's see what happens when they pay the bill. 17,000. Oh, Brent Marks took that one. We got us a Memorial Day. We are celebrating the lives that were lost, the freedom that teams and people should have in the world, in society, not the lockdown. I can only run one place and you tell me what to do, daddy. But that's the difference between corporatism and communism. You sign a dotted line to be controlled. So there is freedom of choice right there. Let's see, what was this? Nope, Memorial Day, 10,000. That's all we got. All right, Knoxville Big Guns Bash. Let's see it here. First night. Winner, Brent Marks. Oh, my God. Oh, wow. Oh, 5. Oh, God, I thought I said 5. 10,000. Hold on, let's go to the next one here. Big Guns Bash. Brian Brown. Oh, he can run wherever he wants, if Casey's allows him to. 10,000 on the Friday and Saturday night. What's the big of a difference? I don't get this. Houston's. Now this is definitely, obviously, big race. Sheldon Hodenschild won. Houston's Todd Queering, one of the best owners, promoters out there. This is not a rent-a-track event. 100,000. We got it to 100,000. 3,000 to start. 500 more than the XR Super Series on a Tuesday night in Kokomo. That's impressive. So we finally got one out of this entire trip that the World of Outlaws have done. Florida, California, PA, Missouri, Texas, Tennessee, all over New Jersey. Hell, they're over there with the Devils, buddy. Leading up to the High Banks race, you did have a $20,000 to win at Beaver Dam, so we got to give them that. It was on June 18th, the week before. They did get up to 20, still not above this 32. Cedar Lake's a 2-day show for $10,000. Attica, Brad Doty Classic, 15, and Kyle Larson won it. Good job, bud. Good job. Historical big one, obviously, was $100,000. The Eldora race, $175,000. So you got Summer Nationals. These PA races technically could be unsanctioned and perform just as well if the drivers were free from contract. So I almost don't want to count these. And almost that's why I don't want to count the Houston ones, or we shouldn't even count Eldora or Knoxville as far as outlaw influence as to why these purses are this big. The Kings Royal and historical big ones and the Summer Nationals and all these things happening at these big venues that are definitely not rented tracks would happen, even if they were outlaw sanctioned or not. So, Agco Jackson Nationals, that was a 50, but this year they went to a 25. That was $25,000. Skagit Nationals was 25. Grays Harbor, I'm going to assume, is a 10,000. 10,000. This is a 5,000-mile trip here. Gold Cup, 25,000. And so that's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen, now. Before the Crown's coming up this weekend, it's a $10,000 to win race Friday. And then the Sharon race is $10,000 as well. Now, of course, we got some races coming up. National Open. That's going to be a big payday out. Let's go down here and convert $75,000. Nittany Showdown. Let's see. I don't know. $15,000. Okay. So we just went down the entire schedule here, ladies and gentlemen, to the 22. And none of them eclipse the high limits, $32,000. Most every one of them are $10,000 shows. And if it wasn't for Todd Queering, Tony Stewart, and the Knoxville Raceway and PA, Williams Grove, you might not eclipse the 32,000, period. So I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of reasons that this dotted line don't get signed next year by some of these mainstream sprint car teams. And people can keep talking and acting like it's nothing and the brand's bigger than this and bigger than that. But I'll tell you what, buddy, the dotted line is going to be interesting come next year. 1 week away here. 1 week away here, 32,000, and there's a bunch of sprint car teams that could be, could have saved a 5,000-mile round trip and could have been racing Tuscarora and all these other events. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, there it is, 2 weeks away. It was 22,000 to win. It is now 32 thanks to Durst. And the high limit Buckeye Brawl presented by Hot and Child Racing is coming, and I think I want to be there. I haven't been to Wayne County, put on a hell of an Outlaw show, and then for some reason the Outlaws didn't reschedule. Safety concerns, blah, 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 blah. Run them up and down the list of why they shouldn't or why they can or why they won't. High limit says, hey, you want to race? Let's race. The Buckeye Brawl. The 322 is here, ladies and gentlemen. The 322 is here in 2022. The symbolism up and down Illuminati. The truth is out there. And I could say it, and you can read it. But if you don't want to understand it, that's up to you.
But this is